Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast, hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful connecting with you, saying hi, hello. How do you do? What is happening? What's going on with you? Blessings, 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 and more blessings are speaking to you. For those who will be live, yes, 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 let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay it, I love it. For those who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I could appreciate that. And for those who will be used by God at some point down the road to encourage this girl, let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Let's make it do what it do. Blessings, 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 and more blessings are speaking to you. Hey, hey, good morning, Coop Coop. Morning. I love you right back, girl. Love you right back. So, what is happening in your world? What is happening? All right, all right, all right. We are barreling on along in this here 2026 year. Grateful to be alive and in it and managing the things as we go along. So, this week we're starting off a brand new topic as we do every week. And our focus this week is on a better technique. Okay. And we could take that to mean whatever we want to take it to mean, but a better technique. And so the first one that we're going to offer, now keep in mind, the girl got credentials. This is something I do in my day to day. It's actually my profession. It's what I went to school for. It's what I naturally actually am gifted in these areas as well. So she got what the creds, what else we say? The creds, the credits, the stuff, right? Anyway, plus I just love people and I'm always considering how we can be better for ourselves, be better with each other, be better in our spiritual lives, just be better. Um, how we can be better. And not that it's a problem with where we are, because that's not where I'm going. I just think that our purpose in life is expansion. It's one of the, it is one of, to me, the most pragmatic and profound um, definitions of purpose, explanations of purpose. Every human has come here to be more, but not in a neurotic way. We don't have to think about neuroses. I don't mean that from a neurotic place. I mean that we have all come to be more. So there's growth built into our DNA that we would do life and figure some things out and work through some things, that we would continue to become more and more and more and more. That's what I believe about life. That we, as human beings, are intended for more, all the way until we leave this earthly plane. And then we are eternal beings. We are spirits, right? Energy. We don't go away. We don't stop existing. We just stop having a human form. You know? So, um so a better technique to get the most out of this life, to benefit from this life, to maximize your days in this life, a better technique is to stop, take a deep breath, and appreciate. To stop, take a deep breath, and appreciate. So sometimes we are going, 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 gone. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's too much. We just need to stop, take a deep breath, and appreciate. right? That's what we need to do. Just stop, take a deep breath, and appreciate. See what that's like. See what it looks like. See what the experience is, right? Stop, take a deep breath, and appreciate. Um, and so and so it's important to so who is it? Richard Foster, in his book, Celebration of Disciplines, made a statement um, that the devil functions in noise, hurry, and crowds. Functions in noise, hurry, and crowds. And or majors in noise, hurry, and crowds. So we don't even have to talk about the devil because that's not something that I use my energy, time, attention focused on whatsoever. But we can just say noise, hurry, and crowds can be a distraction. It can be utilized, weaponized against your inner peace, your inner being. And so so I invite you to find your inner peace, right? I invite you to, well, and this is a technique for that, just to stop. You don't have to stop for long, but you do need to stop, boo. Hey, cousin, all is well. I pray the same for you. You don't have to stop for long, but you do need to stop. You need to stop. And just take a moment where you're not running physically. Thank you for your love. Where you're not running physically and where you're not running mentally. Just take a moment and stop and pause. Pause. Take a moment to pause. And in that pause, take a deep breath. Deep breath in through your nose. Longer breath out through your mouth. It slows your nervous system. It can act as a reset. Have you ever noticed how if something happens, we'll say it took my breath away, right? If something happens that surprises us or if something happens that startles us, we take a deep breath automatically. It is an automatic, right, reaction. It's an automatic reaction. So if that's something that our body naturally knows that it needs at any given time, then why not give that to ourselves intentionally at different specific times, right? Why not give that to ourselves? And so that's what I invite you to do. I invite you to give yourself, I invite you to give yourself, what am I getting ready to say? Oh, breaths, right? My mind be going 1,000 miles an hour. I be all over the place when I'm talking sometimes, thinking about other things. So I need to tell myself to stop, focus, pause. So stop, take a deep breath. So look it up. Just do a search and ask what's the benefit of intentional breathing? What is the benefit of intentional breathing? There is significant benefit to intentional breathing. So stop and ask yourself that. Number one. And then number 2, and this is number 3, appreciate. Now, either one of those, stopping, pausing, taking a deep breath, appreciating, all of those can be separate tools all by themselves. So I've given you a 3-in-1, a 3-in-1, a 3-in-1. Appreciating. So, if we are breathing right now, we've got something to appreciate. If you got all your senses working, beloved, you got something to appreciate. If you got one good relationship, even if it's a relationship with yourself, you got something to appreciate. If you got a place to call home or a roof over your head, you got something to appreciate. If you've been loved one time, just what? You got something to appreciate. If you got access to food, you got something to appreciate. If you relatively safe, you got something to appreciate. Like you could get up, go and walk, come back. You got something to appreciate. If you got somebody who got your back, you got something to appreciate. If you can reason, make decisions, pick up something and put it down, you got something to appreciate. If you could do that, you got something to appreciate. Now, typically, we've got so much more than that. Typically, there's so much more available than that. So look, and there are times that life is difficult. There really are. But what I want to invite you to is, even in the difficult times, finding something to appreciate can be a life raft. I'm never saying ignore what's difficult, because that's it's not mentally healthy, not emotionally healthy. I'm not saying that, but I am saying don't only give that attention. Give it enough attention to work on it. Give it enough attention to work through it. Give it enough attention to deal with it. But then, beloved, focus on what you prefer. Focus on what you want. Focus on the direction that you want and need to go into. Give your focus in that direction. Right? Right, beloved? Give your focus there. It's going in the wrong direction. Because what do you gain by giving all your energy to that which is not working for you? What do you gain? So I wish for you joy and happiness and peace and gentleness, right? I wish for you love. I wish for you love in abundance. Start with yourself. Start with yourself. And love well. Love well. Love in every way that you can and grow intentionally in love. It is a win-win. Let me tell you, love is a win-win. Love is expansive. Love is inclusive. Love is delicious. Love is restorative. It's healing, right? Love is a healing balm. So I invite you to invite yourself to love, right? To invite yourself to love more in our expansion, which is again what I believe purpose is. Um, Loving well ought to be a non-negotiable. Loving me well, loving God well, loving others well. This ought to be a non-negotiable. What do you think? I think there's so many benefits that come with and from love that what we mean we not. That came out of nowhere. What do we mean we not gonna, focus our attention towards love? How we not gonna do that? What does that look like to not do that? So, a better technique, and we're going to look at some techniques all week long, but a better technique is to stop. You know how the Formula 500 race car drivers, good morning, Erica. Hey, honey bun, love you right back. Do you know how they go around the racetrack, but none of them, to my understanding, go around without stopping. They all check into the pit stop. And if they decide to keep going without checking in on their tires, their suspension, they greatly risk finishing the race well. Now they're strategic about when they pull out of the race, and their pit crew is on it. Orlando, I thought about you yesterday. Good morning. Good morning, Orlando. Good to see you. Good to see you, sir. And their pit crew is on it because they can't waste any time. But when I tell you that you gotta stop, like you must stop. You must take a break, take a breath, and you must appreciate. These are tools that are a win-win. There is no losing in stopping. There's no loss in taking a breath. And there is no loss in appreciating. So I invite you to do that this week. Schedule your stops, because sometimes if we don't schedule, we don't stop. We just keep going, 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 going. And we don't want to do that. So in our last minute of our time together, I want to thank you for being on. Thank you for spending time with me this morning. Thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for adding more love into the universe. That's the only way we're going to do it well. Otherwise, we're going to fall short every time. We got to love ourselves, love God, you know, be intentional about our spiritual life and our spiritual growth, because we are not just human beings. We're also divine beings. We got to be intentional about that. And then loving each other well, y'all, it's a win-win. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. Tune back in tomorrow for more techniques, better techniques. Techniques for better living. I'm gonna probably change it. Techniques for better living. All right. At the moment that God gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished. You and I, we gave up the right to not be amazing. Have a fantastic day. Top of the week to you. Bye-bye now.